Good morning, everyone. We welcome you all to Spiritual Saturday webinar. And to introduce today's topic and speaker, I hand over to our moderator, Dr. Shilpa Lad, who's also a consultant radiologist and breast imaging specialist from Mumbai.
Thank you, sir. At the outset, I would like to thank OrthoTV, Dr. Tushar Agrawal, Dr. Neeraj Bijlani, Dr. Dhiren Ganjwala, and Dr. Hetal Chiniwala for having us on this forum. My name is Dr. Shilpa Lad, and I'm speaking on behalf of Jeevanvidya Mission and Jeevanvidya Foundation. So just to give you a quick introduction, Jeevanvidya philosophy was founded by Sadhguru Sri Pralhad Pai in the 1950s. To begin with, he was a person like you and me, a family man, an educated professional. He worked as the Deputy Secretary of Finance for the government of Maharashtra. But back in the day, in the post-independence era, the common man had a very hard life, okay? And he was motivated to do better for them. He wanted them to be self-reliant, independent, and have a better life. He wanted them to be happy. He wanted them to be to live a fulfilling, purposeful life. And with that intention in mind, he founded the Jeevanvidya philosophy. Now, the Jeevanvidya philosophy is largely based on our Vedas, on the Bhagavad Gita, teachings of Bhagavad Gita, teachings of Jnaneshwari, Sadhguru's own experiences in life, his contemplation and meditation from these experiences. That's how this philosophy was founded. Back in the day, he had a large number of followers, predominantly in Maharashtra and Goa. And this philosophy has revolutionized lakhs of lives from that day to this day. Now, from there, this was taken further by his son, Mr. Pralhad Pai. Mr. Pralhad Pai, he is a professional like you and me. He's an IITian. He did his post-graduation from Jamnalal Bajaj and TQM from Japan. And he took this philosophy to the next level by conducting it in a way that you and I understand, corporate courses, such that this was simplified in a structured application-based method, okay? Now, how does this help us? It helps us to apply these spiritual principles in our day-to-day personal and professional life so that we can be better human beings and better professionals as well. And at the same time, we can attain spiritual progress. So with that intention in mind, the Jeevanvidya philosophy was taken further by Mr. Pralhad Pai. Today, he has global followers in the, of course, in India, US, Canada, Australia, where weekly conference calls are conducted. There are life management series, and there are multiple webinars that are conducted. So today for OrthoTV, he will be speaking to us about the power of mind with the intention of explaining to us the mind-body connection from the doctor's point of view as well as the patient point of view. With this, I hand over to Mr. Pralhad Pai, Pralhad Dada, as we fondly call him. Over to you, Dada.
Thank you, Shilpa. Let me thank OrthoTV for giving me this opportunity to present myself, and I also thank Dr. Ganjwala and Dr. Bijlani for giving me this opportunity. As Shilpa told you, the Jeevanvidya, shall I say the universal prayer to start with?
Yes, please, Dada.
Yeah. Oh God, bless all with health and wealth. Bless all with money and harmony. Oh God, bless all with peace and bliss. Bless all with wisdom and your devotion. So I bow down to Sadhguru and my mother, and I welcome all who are present here. I would like to present the Jeevanvidya philosophy in this session. And we are going to conduct 4 sessions. So first 2 sessions will be on the mind management, and the next 2 sessions will be doctrine of karma. So when I'm talking about mind management, in this session, I'm going to cover a power of mind. What is mind? What is the power of mind? And how it is going to help us in our medical profession and for individuals also. So when I say Jeevanvidya philosophy, so Jeevan is life and Vidya is knowledge. So Jeevanvidya means knowledge of life, and we define it as science of life and art of successful and harmonious living. That is what is a definition of Jeevanvidya. What does this mean? When I say science of life means there is a scientific background for that, foundation for that. So why part of Jeevan Vidya is science of life, and how to use it, how to apply in our day-to-day life, in our corporate life, in our family life, how to apply this, that is called the art. So we have to know the science of this Jeevan Vidya, and also we should know how to apply this in our day-to-day life so that we'll be not only successful, because success is always connected with the stress. So the uh, importance of Jeevan Vidya is that it is not only successful, but it will be a peaceful life and it will be harmonious, that is holistic. You will be having the holistic life. So that is the uh, importance of Jeevan Vidya. It may be based on the Vedant and all those things, but Sadhguru Sri Vaman Pai has modified it to suit a person in day-to-day life. And second important thing is when you want to go for spirituality, because the name of this session is Spiritual Saturday. I like the name also. This spirituality means generally people understand that you have to renounce everything and go for the spirituality. But Sadhguru has modified this, and what he says, you can be in your day-to-day life, you can have a material life, and you can use the spiritual principles and spiritual wisdom in day-to-day life, and you can attain what we call as a self-realization without renouncing anything. So that is a magical thing about Jeevan Vidya. That Jeevan Vidya is not asking for renunciation. It is not against the material life. It is Sadhguru says that you can have a day-to-day life, you can have everything in life, but use the Jeevan Vidya principle. That is a spiritual wisdom. If you use that spiritual wisdom, then you can definitely reach to the real self-realization also. And if you are not interested in that, at least you will have a successful, happy, and peaceful life with all the things, whatever you expect in material life, that also you will get it. So basically, Jeevan Vidya is, that's why the name given is the Jeevan Vidya. Basically, it is based on the universal laws of nature. So everything has been connected to the universal laws of nature. It is secular. It is beyond religion, caste, country, language, and anything. It is beyond everything. It is a pure knowledge for our benefit. And it is universal because it is useful to everybody in every walk of life. So uh, I have introduced what is Jeevan Vidya in very shortly. However, I just talked about the laws of nature. So there are many laws of nature, but I am going to take only two laws of nature, which are most important and most fundamental laws for our day-to-day life. So first law is law of as you think, so you become. It is concerned with the mind, and its corollary is mind moves from thought to things. This is a corollary of that main law. And second law is law of action and reaction. And the corollary of is law of cause and effect. This I am going to take in the last two sessions, where I am going to discuss a doctrine of karma, where I am going to discuss Sanchit Tarabdha Kriyaman and how to use it for being successful in this life. So that I am going to discuss afterward. Right now, first two sessions, I am going to concentrate. I am going to focus on the mind management. So when I say mind, first question comes in our mind is, what is mind? So mind is supreme. That is why I say supreme, because it is a foundation of our whole life. Everything depends on mind. That's why it is a foundation. It is a center of our life. It is responsible not only for success, it is responsible for health, wealth, peace, prosperity, everything. Even sorrows and pains are because of mind only. Adversity, calamity is also because of mind only. So common man is not aware of this extraordinary power of our mind. That's why we are going to discuss, which is a very important topic for everybody, from the childhood to senior citizen. Everybody needs to know the power of his mind. So mind is a, in very simple definition, is a mind is a seat of thoughts, emotions and feelings. So this is a simple definition, but little bit will go further because this is a spiritual Saturday. So I will just introduce spirituality also in this. The mind is a manifestation of a divine life force within. So when I say divine life force within, generally we call it God, but I try to avoid the word God, because as soon as we utter this word, many images comes into our mind. Many images come into our mind, and then there is a confusion. So here I am using a very technical word, that is divine life force. This divine life force is everywhere, means it is present everywhere. It is pervading everything, that we call cosmic life force. And the part and the parcel of that cosmic life force is dwelling within our body, that we call as a divine life force. That's why mind is a subtle and invisible. We can't see it, we can touch it, but it is subtle. But we can definitely perceive that. We can experience our thoughts. We know that there is a mind. We know that we are thinking, we are feeling, we have a mood. Everything we can experience, but we cannot see. That's why it is subtle and invisible. Now I have put a map of mind that is very interesting, because this mind on one side, it is connected to body, and from body, that is from sense organs and action organs, we are connected to world, and we get all the information. All the information processing is done through our sense organs and through our worldly objects. And on the other side, it is connected to divine force, that is life, divine life force, that is what I call, or divinity within, or some people call it soul. You say anything, but the life force is the, I think, better term I'm using. It is a divine life force. And here I have made two layers of the mind. One layer is called conscious mind, and another deeper layer is called subconscious mind. So here you will know that mind is at the center, and when you can go towards the divinity using your mind only, and using your mind you can have a action and reactions with your world. So all worldly affairs, all material life is on the one side, and the spiritual life on the other side. So this mind is useful for taking you to the spirituality also, and mind will take you for the prosperity and success in the world also, in the material life also. So this is the power of our mind. Now when I say that it is a manifestation of divine life force, that means what? It is a transformation. So when divine life force is within us, within our body, it is dwelling within us, that is manifested as a body, and it is manifested as a mind also. So this divinity is residing in us in the form of mind only. So if you want to go towards the divinity, we have to go beyond the mind, and that is what we also teaches. We all teach all these things, that how to go beyond our mind so that we can go up to the divinity. But right now I'm going to take over as a how the mind can be useful for our day-to-day life and for our harmonious life. So let me make it clear, what is conscious mind and what is subconscious mind. Let me make it clear. Conscious mind is whatever you do consciously. It is a conscious mind. It is a function of conscious mind. So thinking, then choosing, reasoning, these is all functions of conscious mind. So whatever you do in our daily life, you do it consciously, then it is a function of conscious mind. And then it processes the all information received from the world or through sense organs. Whatever we get the information that we process, we use our intellect, we process, and we make some decisions and we make the choices. So all the choices are made by conscious mind, consciously. And this is very important part of the mind, because whatever choices we have made, that is going to make your destiny, make your future, because of the choices what you are making it today. So choices are very important, and that is the work of the conscious mind. So conscious mind is also equally responsible for our success and prosperity. And it is connected through our sense organs. So when I say conscious mind acts, it acts in three ways. That is on the level of thoughts, at the level of words, at the level of actions. These three levels, conscious mind is consciously acting throughout the day. Now I will talk about subconscious mind. Subconscious mind is the deeper level. It is a deeper level of the mind, and it is not judging. It works with the intuition. That is very important. It is not consciously doing anything. It is doing everything intuitively, and it does not reason. Whatever conscious mind accepts, and a conscious mind tells the subconscious mind accepts. That is the importance of subconscious mind. Subconscious mind is not going to judge anything, whether what conscious mind is thinking, whether it is good, whether it is bad, whether it is reasonable, whether it is beneficial. Subconscious mind is not going to think or not going to reason anything. It is going to work intuitively, and it is a function. Habit is a function of subconscious mind. That is very important point I want to tell you. The habit is a function of subconscious mind. What does this mean? Whatever you do habitually, it may be thinking, maybe acting, actions, whatever you do, habitual actions, that becomes the habit. And habit is a function of subconscious mind. The meaning of this is, once you become habitual, it subconscious mind take over. It takes over the function of the conscious mind, and then it works with ease. It doesn't require any conscious actions. It does automatically everything. So I will give the one example. While we are playing any instrument, in the beginning, we are learning consciously. Any instrument you need to learn. Any driving also, when you drive the car, when you are in the learning phase, that time you have to do everything consciously. But as you develop the skill, what happens? Slowly, it becomes habitual. and then it is taken over by subconscious mind. Then what happens? While driving, you don't have to think much. Everything happens automatically. Changing the gears, changing the wheel, everything happens automatically because it is a function of subconscious mind now. Subconscious mind does everything intuitively. It doesn't require anything to think consciously. And however, while driving, you have to keep attention on the traffic, that is conscious mind's work. So while driving, you use both the minds. One is conscious mind, consciously looking for the people around, for the traffic, for the roads. The conscious mind is very conscious about that. But other actions which are habitual, that is being done by the subconscious mind. Then one more important from medical point of view, the subconscious mind is controlling all our internal and vital processes of our body. That is digestion, breathing, pumping, heart pumping, and all those things. Everything is controlled by a subconscious mind. And it is connected to the source. That means divine life force. Because it is connected to divine life force, it is supplied with all the powers what is available at the source. So subconscious mind has got a divine power. It has got a power to move the world. It has got to power. It has got the creative power. It can create anything in life if you want. So it has got all the powers. It has got all the happiness, peace. Everything is connected to the subconscious mind. What does this mean? Subconscious mind's tendency is to go towards the love, peace, harmony, because that is the attribute of a divine life force or divinity within. So divinity within always like it is always full of, you can say it is a treasure house. So divine power within is a treasure house. It has got abundance. It has got peace, it has got joy, inner joy. Everything is there. Only thing we should know how to access that. So only point what we want to learn is how to access that divinity within so that we will be joyful, we will have an inner peace, inner joy, and we will have an abundance in life. So the whole process is through subconscious mind. That's why we should know very much about the subconscious mind functions and how it runs its functioning. Then another thing is it reacts. So whatever you think, it will give the reaction to that thought. That means it will move from thought to thing. So it can create anything what you think. That's why it is generally said that everything happens twice, first in our mind and then in our actual world or actual reality. I think you will agree with me on this because anything, even if you want to build a building, first you think in your mind first and then it comes into reality. So this is the process of creation. In fact, it is the process of creation. What is the process of creation? It starts from the divinity, it manifests into the mind, and then mind moves from thought to thing and brings into reality. So from divinity to mind and from mind to reality, this is the process of all the creation. All the creation I am saying. It is not the creation what is happening for us, but whole universe, whatever has created, that is creation by our creator, that is cosmic life force. And there also, Sadhguru Vamanrao Pai has put a principle that first there was a thought and thought was God. So first there was a thought and then that creation has happened. So same thing is happening at our place also. Whatever we think, that will come into the reality. And that's why we must be very, very careful about our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, our imagery. For all these things, we must be very, very cautious. Let us go further. Now I will see the interlink of the conscious and subconscious mind, how there the relationship is developed. So both conscious and subconscious minds are connected with each other and influence each other. That is very important. It is going to influence. Subconscious mind is influencing conscious mind, and conscious mind is influencing subconscious mind. How it influences, that I will let you know. Conscious mind feeds subconscious mind in all things. That means thoughts, whatever emotion, whatever feelings that comes into your mind, that is communicated to subconscious mind. Everything is recorded. You please remember this. Whatever you think, whatever you feel, whatever you act, everything will be recorded in your subconscious mind. Everything will be recorded. But that doesn't mean everything will be accepted by subconscious mind. So every thought is not going to be accepted. But what thoughts will be accepted, that depends on your habitual thinking. So you always feed to the subconscious mind. That is going on whole day. We are feeding to our subconscious mind just like a computer. For a computer also, we give the feeding and you get the results. Similarly, here also conscious mind job is to feed the subconscious mind with thoughts, and the subconscious mind job is to create in reality. But every thought is not going to be accepted by subconscious mind. So whatever you impress, the impress word is very important. Whatever you impress on your subconscious, it will be expressed as a reality in the world. So this is a very important doctrine, that whatever you impress. Now how you can impress? That impress is by habitual thinking. Whatever you habitually think, that will go into subconscious mind and it will give you the results that you remember. Now all these things are going on. This feeding is going on and impressions are made on the subconscious mind, that we call in Sanskrit sanskars, or we call it impressions on the subconscious mind. So how this subconscious mind is getting conditioned, that is very important. It creates a subconscious mind, it creates a pattern based on your feedings. How you feed? We are feeding in three ways. First way is education, explicit learning. Whatever we learn directly, that is called education. So with education, we get more and more information, and that information and we feed to the subconscious mind. Second is observation. It is very important. We learn many things by observation. It is called implicit learning. Implicitly, we learn many things. Our children also learn many things by our behavior. They try to copy our behavior. They learn from our behavior. If you lie and if you tell them to speak truth, they will prefer lying because you are lying yourself. So they observe you. If you get a call from outside and if you tell your son that please tell them that I am not at home, then what will happen? You are teaching implicitly to your son that you can speak lie. There is no problem. Whenever required, you can speak lie. So speaking lie speaking lies will be his observation, and he can learn from that. And the third and important part is experience. It is your own experience from your own experience, you learn many things that I think you will agree. Because sometimes you don't accept what is told by somebody. You don't learn from some people, but we always try to experience it and then only we learn. So many times we learn by our own experience, but Jeevanvidya philosophy says it is better to learn from others' experience and then take your own experience. So sometimes we have to learn from others' experience also. So this is all feeding to your subconscious mind, that you remember. We are constantly feeding your subconscious mind, and whatever we feed to the subconscious mind, if it is habitual and if you believe in that, then it will accept. So belief is very important. So whatever feeding we do to the subconscious mind, firstly, that you must believe in that. Our conscious mind should believe in what he is saying, what he is thinking. If he doesn't believe, he doesn't have any hopes for that, then subconscious mind will not get impressed and he will not express this in reality. That is the important aspect of this conscious and subconscious relationship that you should know. So you must believe in what you think. You must believe in what you do, and then only the subconscious mind will accept. There are other ways of accepting, impressing subconscious mind. Those are the repetition. What is habitual? It is a repetition. So when you do repetition, when you accompany your thoughts with the emotions, because subconscious mind easily get impressed by emotions and feelings. So whatever you think, or whatever you think with emotion or with feelings, that will definitely accepted by the subconscious mind. And feelings and emotion will always come unless you, it will not come unless you believe in it. So if you believe in your thoughts, then you will naturally get that emotions or feelings for that, and then it will be accepted by the subconscious mind, and you will get the whatever you think, whatever you desire, that will be expressed by the subconscious mind, and you will get that. So generally, what is the problem? Generally, we are used to think negatively. That is the problem. So our thoughts are always negative. It is said that we think almost 50,000 to 60,000 thoughts in a day. That is what people say. But if you observe keenly, then you will know that all these thoughts, 90% will be negative or it will be repetitive. So it is nothing new. It is our way of life. We always think negatively, and that's why we get negative results. So positive thinking is very, very important, because you know now that it is going to come into the actual reality. It is going to come true. That's why we have to be extremely cautious. We should be extremely cautious on our thoughts. Whenever you think, you must be cautious, and that can happen only if you are alert. Right now, if you observe, the mind is controlling you. You're not controlling your mind. Mind is using you. You're not using your mind. That is the picture right now. We want to change it now. We want to see that we use the mind. We control the mind, and that is called mind management, which I am going to take in the next lecture. How to control your mind, because generally it will go into the negative side. It will have a habitually whatever it thinks, it will go in that fashion. So now we want to control our mind. We want to use the mind the way you want, and that is called control. So how to control, how to elevate this mind, how to strengthen this mind, and how to connect the mind to the divinity on the one side, and how to connect it to the world. All these things comes under the mind management, which I'm going to take in the next session. Now we will, as a medical profession, I will see that how it is related to your medical field. So now I told you that subconscious mind controls all our vital functions, all the physiological changes, all the chemical reactions, everything is controlled by subconscious mind. And that is agreed all over the world now. There are many research are made on that, and everybody is agreeing that subconscious mind has got a big role in controlling our body. All the physiological changes, all physiological controls are made by the subconscious mind. There is a belief that the mind is in the brain. I think this is now everybody is agreeing that it is not in the brain. It is a separate entity and it is something to do with the consciousness and not with the brain. So brain and mind, they are communicating with each other. They are communicating with each other through brain. It communicates to your body, and then it communicates through neurotransmitters and the hormones. So subconscious mind has got the control over your brain, and from the brain, all these hormones and neurotransmitters, they give signals to all your parts of the body, and you get whatever you think. So key to health is not just diet or exercise or regular checkups or good sleep. It is not only key to health. These are all required only. These are all required. But above that, we should have a good thoughts, positive thoughts, harmonious thoughts, or super positive thoughts. I will tell you what is super positive and all afterwards. But right now, you know what is positive. So you must make your mind as positive as possible with good feelings, feelings of happiness, feelings of joy. If you fill your mind fully with positive thoughts and feelings, then that will affect, that will influence all parts of your body and you will be healthy. So, what we think and how we feel can translate into the physiological changes in the body. This is a very important statement. So, as a doctor, whenever you treat the patient, you must understand the importance of mind also in this. So, great philosopher Socrates has said that there is no illness of the body apart from the mind. That is the big statement. There is no illness of the body apart from the mind. That is, all the illness, all the diseases are because of the mind. And further, I will tell you what is a spiritual thing, that all the mind problems, all the diseases in mind are due to the disease in the spiritual level. Now, what is the spiritual level disease? Disease, I will tell you afterwards. Right now, we have a limited time, so I am not going into that right now. But I will only say one thing, that at the spiritual level, we have lost the identity. We have forgotten our true identity, and now we are working, we are behaving with a false identity, and that false identity is your ego, false ego. That is, I am behaving as Mr. Pralhad Pai, and that Pralhad Pai is a false identity, and we have forgotten. We are not connected to our true identity, or true nature, or our true self. So, because of that, all the mind problems, all the disease. And what is disease in the mind? The disease is a greed. We are always greedy. So I always say we are needy, we are greedy, and we are trendy. What does this mean? Our needs are always increasing. We are always asking for more. And that's we call as a need more mode. Then we are always greedy. We want more and more things, different things we want. So we are greedy. So greediness or greed is a disease of the mind. And because of that greeds, we are always asking for the more, and that is the problem. And because of that only, we always runs into the problems, and our mind is also uh, become negative, and then our body is also affected. I will talk on this afterward later. I will just introduce this. So you have power to heal your body just by changing your thoughts and feeling. This is an important statement. We have power. We have power because everybody has got subconscious mind. It is not that I got it and you don't have it. Everybody has got mind, and everybody has got subconscious mind, and everybody can think positively. There is nothing that some only rich people can do this. Everybody can do this. So this is very important statement, and that's why I say think sick and you will be sick. And if you think health, and you will be healthy. Now, healthy mind required, required for the healthy mind? For a healthy mind, you need a good attitude, positive attitude, super positive attitude. That means your mind should be full of gratitude, full of well wishing for others, and full of giving happiness to everyone. Always think, always act by giving happiness to everyone. You must make positive contribution to your society and to the world. That is your purpose of life, and that you must always do it. And then last is attitude of super positive thinking. What is super positive? A thought which is good for you and also good for others. That is super positive. Because generally positive thinking is a selfish thinking. I need this thing, I want this thing, I want to become doctor, I want to become prosperous, I want to become rich. That is a positive thinking. But when you think of all, that is not only I must be prosperous, I want everybody to be prosperous. At least at the thinking level. I am not telling you to go and help somebody. I'm only telling you to at the thinking level. You must wish good for the others. And if you start doing all this thing, it is very I'm running out of time. But I know that gratitude is very important. Everybody understand that. You must be grateful for everything what you have. Everything what you have, including your instrument, including your machines, what you are using for the operations. You must be grateful for your hospital, for your patients. You must be grateful for everybody. And if you fill your mind with gratitude, that will be a healthy mind, you remember. So from I to we, and from we to one, that is what is the spiritual journey. Spiritual Saturday journey is this. From I means I, me, myself. That is a selfish attitude. From I, we should go to we. That is, we together should be happy. And from we should go to one in all. That one creative force is there in all, which is the same thing lying in you, dwelling in you. It is a oneness. It is nothing different. It is a oneness. So from I to we and from we to oneness is the journey, spiritual journey. Now let me say, when you think of I, then then you become ill, because illness starts with I. So when you are very selfish in your mind, it is unhealthy mind. That's why illness is start with I. That means if you are selfish in attitude, then you will have a problems in life. But if you want wellness, then wellness starts with we. So if you want wellness, then you must think of all, not only you. At least think, at least wish. I'm not telling you to go and help everybody. If possible, help everybody. But if not possible, at least you must think good about others. We must stop hating others. We must stop jealousy and all those things, emotions. We must stop, because all these feelings of jealousy, worries, then uh, uh, anxiety, all this is going are like a virus. You have to overtake this. You have to remove these viruses from your body, and that is only possible by this super positive thinking. I think I have run up all the time, so I will just conclude for doctors that doctor is dealing with the patient. So what he's treating not only body, he's treating the mind also. So he must have optimism on the part of doctor. He should know, he should always believe in his treatment, and he should always believe that I will definitely, my patient will get improved health. So that optimism on the part of doctor is very important. Then he must tell them the affirmation if possible, because we always say these affirmations in our head, that is, I am getting better and better. See, this affirmation I have written here, my health is improving in every way day by day. My health is improving in every way day by day, and I am grateful to my subconscious and my body. If you say this affirmation again and again, repeatedly, then that will be accepted by your subconscious, and that will give you good health. So you can tell this to your patients also, if possible, that tell them to say this affirmation in the morning as soon as you get up, and uh, in the evening when you go for the sleep. These affirmations you can repeatedly say for yourself by closing your eyes. That will give you very best results. Second thing, I always want doctor to take care of himself. He has to take care of his own health. That is very important. So what this whole session, we should learn that you should focus on health rather than disease while dealing with the patient. That is very important. How to do that? You must, whenever you see any patient, don't think of the disease. Think of the health for the patient and wish them good health. If you wish them good health, then you are focusing on the health and not disease. Afterwards, you can do your clinical examination and everything. That is your job. But always think of the health of the patient. Focus on the health rather than the disease. And the second important thing I will recommend you, that all your prescriptions, all your reports should end with well-wishing message in your own handwriting, not typewritten. It should be in your own handwriting. What you should write? God bless you with good health. If you write this, it has got a very big impact on your patient also. Patient gets extra energy from your blessings, and he gets immediately connected with you, and your optimism, your well-wishing is definitely a factor in improving the patient's health, and that is proved without doubt. And you also do this health affirmation in the morning when you get up and in the night when you go for the sleep. And if you do this affirmation at least for 5 to 10 minutes, that will help you to remain healthy yourself, because you're a doctor, you're the warriors for us. Because in COVID-19 situation, we all saw this, that all the doctors are working hard to help the people, and that's why we are grateful to you as a community and you as individuals. We are very, very grateful to you, and that's why we always say that you must be grateful to your patient, and patients should be grateful to you also. So this is all I I can put in 45 minutes, and uh, I will just wrap up this with a few sentences that I think I have put forward to you. The what is mind, what is the power of your subconscious mind. You can use it for your own benefit, for your own prosperity, for your own your success. And this success, subconscious mind, how to impress this, that also I discussed. And finally, I told you the exercise, a mental exercise, what you can do for you to be healthy, because you should not think all the time about disease, because that is not good for your health, because your mind should always talk about the health. and your healthy mind will give you health, and your optimism will give the good care for the patient also. And you will be a very good and successful doctor. So God bless you all with good health, prosperity, peace. So I end up here. And again, thank you everybody. If there are any questions, I open this.
Yes, thank you very much, sir, for a wonderful explanation about the subconscious mind and the mind problem. I'd like to start with a very basic question. A lot of time we try to differentiate between the mind and the brain. So how do you differentiate the two?
I think I told you this, that mind is, brain is an instrument. Mind is a consciousness. So consciousness is connected to our divinity within. It is a manifestation of that divinity. So it is nothing to do with the body. It can influence the body. So brain is an instrument and it is connected. Brain is also, the whole body is also manifestation of divine life force only. So it is a gross manifestation, and mind is a subtle manifestation. So it is a manifestation of one life force only. So that's why, we are not creating our body. Body is creating automatically. It is created automatically. Who creates this? Where the knowledge comes of this whole design of the body is so complicated that you know better than me. So how this design comes into the picture? That is because of the infinite intelligence and infinite wisdom, boundless wisdom, having with that inner divinity. And that is a manifestation. So that divinity is manifesting as a body, and divinity is manifesting as a mind in our body also, in our own this thing. And this mind, again, you can lead it to the divinity. That is the spirituality part of it. So mind, when you use for the worldly affairs, material life, it is connected with the body and the world. But when you connect it to divinity, and that is why we teach all the meditations and all, divine meditations and all. So where you go beyond the mind, you go beyond mind means you go from thought to thoughtless. Right now you always think, so that thoughts will become thoughtless. So your mind will become thoughtless. And in that, there are levels. You will go for the unconscious power first, because you will not be conscious of your body, you will not be conscious of your world, but you will be unconscious in that stage, but not in that sense. Unconscious means you're not conscious of the world. You're not conscious of your own body. You are only there, existing there. And then from there, how to go to pure consciousness and how to go to divine consciousness. That is the levels, that is the spirituality. And that are the levels of the mind. So deeper in the mind are all these consciousness level. So mind cannot be a gross thing. Mind is a subtle thing, and it is connected with the consciousness and not with the brain. But brain is the manifestation. That's why it is closely connected. So whatever mind thinks, it affects your hormones, it affects your chemical processes. And I think this is, everybody knows, your breathing goes very fast. When you are very angry, immediately breathing goes fast. Why? Because that angry thoughts goes into your mind.
Okay, Hetal, please. You need to unmute yourself. Hetal.
So these are very relevant thinking what you said, that first it happens in mind. So it's so there are, I have heard stories about in Amazon forest there are some communities where they tell them what dreams they had, what they had in mind. If someone had a thought of killing someone or hurting someone, they would express it, and there they will get punishment just for thinking that. So the mind starts before the what starts in mind, even without a physical execution. So these are the small in native Indian communities where in Amazon forest where they practice this way. That
Yeah,
they
I also heard it.
yeah. So what you said is a very relevant thing.
And lastly, what I told about your health, that is very important, because I have seen doctors are too much stressed. and that affects their health also. So we want to take care of our own health also. And that's why I am trying to focus. I can talk on detail, but there is no time. That's why I could not talk. But whenever we speak to the doctors, we always tell them in detail about this. That
That's
always
because we
think of
haven't learned the art of work and personal life balance.
yeah,
We do is struggle, struggle, and struggle, and by the time we are at the stage where we have to enjoy, we don't know how to enjoy. The only
yes,
thing we do is work. That's why in India, the surgeons, the doctors, they work till 80, 81, 82 because they don't know how to gel with their families. They don't know what else to do. So all they do is practice. So I think
that's
that
why
is
harmony is very important. Harmony is very important, and that is a tendency of subconscious mind to go towards the harmony. But we ourselves, by our conscious mind, we are trying to pull them at the other side. The
correct.
subconscious mind wants to go to the divinity, that is harmony, but the conscious mind pulls on the other side. And that's why we have to change our focus on the. That's why I want you doctors. I have given one good tip for you. Whenever you give the prescription or whatever reports you give, right at the bottom, God give you the best of the health. If you write this now, that will give you focus on the health only because you are also focusing. When you write, you focus, and that thoughts come into your mind all the time. So your mind will be filled with all the positive thoughts only, and that will give you good health for you. And that is a very important, I think, part of my lecture today.
Correct.
Yeah, that's a wonderful suggestion. Now, one more question about that's a very basic question, and time and again we ask this question to many speakers. What or how do you correlate the material success and happiness? Is it a part or is it an important piece of for the happiness, or it just not required?
That is also a separate sessions.
Yeah, it's a big lecture. I know that it's a
But I
big.
will give you. I will short the answer. I will give you. See, material happiness is required because we cannot live without material happiness. Material life is very important. That is what Jeevanvidya's emphasis is not on renouncing anything. You go for the material life, but how to go for the material life? How to live that life so that you will be happy? That is what we teach. See, how the way now we live. I told you about me and myself. This is a problem everywhere. In spirituality also, it is a that is hampering you, that is affecting you, and in material life also it is happening because at the moment you talk about me and I, then there is going to be a chaos in your life. There is going to be a conflict because everybody is selfish. So there is going to be conflict everywhere. So we always differentiate between selfishness and self-interest. We must you must say there, our self-interest, you must uh, always look for, but you must not be selfish. There's a difference. Self-interest means you must take the interest, you must think of all also. So what we teach, if you see our prayer in the beginning, we give the super positive affirmation. What is that? Healthy life for all, happy life for all, prosperous life for all. So when you think of all, you are within that. So you also become happy and you connect to the people very well. That I'm going to take in the next lecture. How
I've
to
switched
manage
on
your
the.
mind and how to get connected so that you will be happy in your life. So this controlling the mind, what I'm going to take the next lecture. There I'm going to tell you how to control your mind, which is wavering here and there, how to elevate your mind to the harmony level, how to connect to others. You have to connect with the people so that there won't be any politics. You will be liked by everybody. You will be welcomed by everybody because at the mind level you are connected. So you can become happy by all these principles of Jeevanvidya. And final principle of Jeevanvidya is you can be happy only by giving the happiness to others. That is the final thing. So giving happiness doesn't mean that you must give everything to people. Giving happiness at the level of the thought is also enough. And if you can help others, there's no problem. You should always make positive contribution to the people. That is beyond doubt. But if you don't have that much money, if you don't have that much time, you don't have that much power, at least think good about others. That is possible. So
Okay.
that I will take in the next lecture. I will talk about how to use your mind to get the happiness, get the material benefits. All those things I will discuss in the next lecture.
Okay, we look forward to that. And now I request Dr. Shilpa to say something, vote of thanks, or like basically this is going to be the continuous session.
Right.
So we definitely look forward for the more tips about that. Yeah, please.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you, Pralhad Dada, for walking us through this difficult topic with simple words. We look forward, we truly look forward to the applications, how to use our mind to be better professionals and better individuals. And I urge all of you to join us for the next call so that we can learn all these tips and tricks, as we say, towards applications of the power of mind. With this, I would like to thank Dr. Tushar Agrawal, Dr. Dhiren Ganjwala, Dr. Hetal Chiniwala, and Dr. Neeraj Bijlani for welcoming Jeevanvidya on this forum. I would like to sincerely thank Pralhad Dada. He's always multitasking. Morning time, he has the US conference call. After that, he's been joining for us, given us time for this call. So truly, thank you, Dada, for being here. And we look forward to the next session. God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.